The farcical standoff after the Asia Cup 2025 final, whereby the Indian players refused to take the trophy from Mohsin Naqvi, and then Mohsin Naqvi chose to run away with the trophy instead of actually giving it to the players after an elongated standoff at the presentation ceremony, saw the podium readied, but the Indian players choosing not to go towards the podium, is something that is going to go down in sporting history. India were the rightful winners of the final, but denied taking the trophy and still haven't been given the trophy as of the recording of this particular video. But has something similar happened in the world of sports beyond cricket prior to this event? Well, yes, there are two major instances where you've seen similar protests take place when the trophy was about to be given, and perhaps the one example that resonates home really big due to the political ramifications surrounding it comes in the 1972 Olympics men's basketball final. The final was contested between the USA and the then Soviet Union, and America were the overwhelming favorites, having won the past 7 basketball gold medals. But the USSR ended up winning it in rather controversial circumstances. Why? With 3 seconds on the clock, the Americans were leading, but they only had a 1-point lead, and it was an inbound which was in the hands of the USSR. The USSR twice managed to get the inbound on, but the clock was reset due to multiple issues, and that was something that America protested. And the third inbound, they managed to score 2 points, therefore meaning that they ended up winning the medal by 1 point. Obviously, the delirious victory celebrations are long remembered, but what can also long be remembered was the disappointment on the face of the American basketball players, and the fact that they felt that they were cheated of that gold medal means that they refused to accept their silver medals. And fun fact, till this day, they remain locked in a vault in Switzerland, unclaimed by the American players. There have been a few instances whereby they've tried, but most players feel that they were robbed due to political scandals, and there's an easy understanding as to why they felt that way, because it was very controversial, very dodgy, and till date, they have not claimed those silver medals. They remain unclaimed. Something similar played out in the 2018 Copa Libertadores final, which was historic for 2 reasons. One, it saw a 2-legged final between Boca Juniors and River Plate, 2 of the most heated rivals in Argentine football, play out over 2 legs. But controversy ensued before the second leg of the final. There was a massive riot-like situation almost put in place by River Plate fans, and they ended up injuring Boca Juniors players before they reached the stadium. Despite attempts, obviously the match was not going to be played on the same day. But then, to make things worse, the final was shifted to Madrid, which is of course very, very far from the Argentine capital of Buenos Aires. The final was then won. The second leg, that is, was won by River Plate. And despite the fact that they ended up winning it, there was a lot of protest from the Boca Juniors side, because the Boca players and the Boca team officials felt that they should have been disqualified for instigating riots after or ahead of the second leg. And in protest of the fact that they actually won the match, Boca Juniors players refused to actually attend the trophy giving ceremony. They did not collect their medals. And even many River Plate players, fans and officials said that the victory felt hollow because it didn't take place on Argentine soil, where it would have actually made no sense. Interestingly, after that point, 2-legged finals were abolished. The final winner was decided by a simple one-off final, and that continues to be the format of the Copa Libertadores. But as we said, what happened with the Asia Cup was a very unique situation, and finding some parallels was a little tough, but those parallels do still exist. What were your thoughts on these 2 parallels, and how do you think they're similar or different from the Asia Cup fiasco? You can let us know that in the comments, and don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap the bell icon, follow us on social media. We're on Instagram, X and Facebook, and don't forget to stay tuned for more such updates from the world of sport.